this is where we camped last night, and I realized I don't do a good job of doing like a end of the day wrap up, but back there was where my tent was, and Danielle's Kodiak's tent was right here. This is a dry campsite, like I had said, so no running water, and it's very quiet last night, just the occasional woodpecker. So the plan for today is that we are going to summit Sassafras Mountain, which is the highest point in South Carolina. So that's exciting. The plan is to do, let's see, yesterday we did 11.4, and I think today we're going to be doing probably about 10.5, I want to say. We're close to 11. It's just what we've been doing. We might be at another dry campsite, so we'll have to see about that. If we're feeling good when we get to that campsite and we're not too wet because it's supposed to rain, we will probably go one more mile and stay at a place called Lighthouse Campsite, and that does have a water source at it. So we'll just kind of have to see. Forecast, we had really good signal at the last campsite, so I was able to get the closest town forecast, and it's supposed to start raining at about 1. The other forecast said 3, but anyway, 30% chance of rain starting at 1. So I mean, we may not get anything, or we may get sprinkles, but still raining all day tomorrow, and thunderstorms starting at about noon. So the sooner we finish tomorrow, the better. So we'll see how today goes, and I'll check in with you along the way. So the plan this morning was to get out of camp, or try to get out of camp at 7, instead of trying to get out at 8, which is what we usually do. So I set my alarm for an hour earlier, but then of course the sun was not up yet. So I had on my headlamp, and I was doing stuff inside my tent and getting packed up as much as I could, because Kodiak and I both were not wanting to go get our bear bag that we hung last night until it was lighter, so we could see what we were doing. Getting packed up and set up and taken down, all the things, you can get into a routine that's most efficient for you, and that's different for everybody. And since I'm usually only out on the trail for about a week at a time, I don't know that I always get my routine down or remember exactly what works best for me. And so, each day might be a little bit different. And then I'll look at the clock and go, oh, okay, that worked. And then, anyway, since I didn't go and get the food bag as early as I did, it kind of did set me back. I think I find that if I go get my food bag first thing, come back, boil some water, and I could start sipping my coffee, and then I could even start to rehydrate my eggs, because eggs were the breakfast today. If it's not eggs, then it's a protein shake, and then I would, just sip that as I packed up. And if it's eggs, then while the eggs are rehydrating, then I'm packing up. So it allows me to multitask. Didn't do that today, so I got packed up as much as I could, and then I found that while the water was boiling for my coffee, and then while the eggs were rehydrating, I kind of didn't have anything to do. It did set me back. So got out of camp at about 7:30, but that's about 30 to 40 minutes earlier than yesterday. And the reason for trying to get out earlier was because of the rain. So all in all, it's, can look at it as a loss, or just learning that, okay, get up, get your food, and then do the rest. And try it tomorrow is my last chance. And we'll see how it goes. Making our way down the trail, and I think besides water features, which this trail is known for, waterfalls and creeks and streams, You hardly have to carry any water because of it. I think we should also make note that this trail has more spider webs to walk through than any other time I've been out backpacking. And we're in South and North Carolina, and I've backpacked in Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, similar area. And usually, you know, you're walking down the trail, and the person who goes first tends to get hit with spider webs first. They call it silk blazing, because you're going first and you're clearing all the webs. But here, it doesn't seem to matter if you go first or second. It's like the spiders are hanging out on the side of the trail, waiting for somebody to walk through the webs, and then they pew, 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 send more webs across the trail. I am constantly wiping spider webs off my face. And when they're on my arms, I've just gotten used to it, and I just leave them because it's such a pain in the neck. Excuse me. The other thing, I think last night, where I set up my tent must have been very close to an ant hole or nest, whatever they're called. Little tiny like sugar ants, little brown ants. When I took my fly off my tent this morning, they were here and there, but then there was a cluster of them on the tent. I'll brush those off. And then when I picked up my water bottle, all over the top of the water bottle, a cluster of ants, just ants everywhere. It's like, I don't mind bugs. I'm not scared of ants. I'm obviously out in nature. It's fine. But it's just annoying. And I talked to my sister across camp. She just had a couple. So it must have been where I set up my tent. So yeah, I'm glad to leave that campsite. Also, these flowers, I showed one yesterday. I thought it was maybe some sort of magnolia. I don't think it is, because we found another one later in the day that was attached to some leaves that were definitely not magnolia leaves. So more to come on that. But for now, I just enjoy how pretty it is. All right, update. This girl is not built for humidity. It's probably not even very hot right now. It's probably in the 60s, which is practically perfect hiking weather, but it's very humid. It's going to rain later today, and there is no breeze. The leaves are not stirring, not one bit. And I grew up in a place where it was humid, but I've lived in a desert climate for long enough where, this is rough. Never hiked, backpacked in these conditions, and it's doable, but I've used my sweat rag more than I thought. I'll stop anytime I can and soak it in the water source to cool it off. Once or twice a day I've been taking my shirt off and soaking that just to help cool me off, which works, but it's all just temporary. So anyway, keep calm and carry on. Well, you can kind of see a mountain through the trees, and I wonder if that is Sassafras Mountain. It doesn't look very far away. Looks pretty high. And so that might be where we're going. We'll see. Well, we are making our way up Sassafras Mountain. And I'm thankful that in about 4 miles we'll be at the top. It's pretty steep in most spots, but kind of leveled off for a bit, so I figured I would come and talk to you. A short time ago, it looked like a mom and daughter passed us going the other way, so they're headed down, and they are at the end of their trip. They mentioned that they're new at this, and they just did 2 miles a day, and I think that's great. You know, just goes to show you don't have to do 5, 10, 15, 20 miles a day to get out and go backpacking. If you want to go, you know, get in decent shape, get the gear, and just go. And if you only do 2 miles a day, then you did 2 miles a day. they're out here, they're doing it, and if they keep doing it, then they'll do more and more miles each day, or not, if they want to just do a little bit. And that's it. You just hike your own hike. Doesn't matter what other people do. Heck, yesterday, we had 2 guys pass us going the other way. They are doing this whole trail in 3 days, which is more than a marathon each day. I can't do that, and I'm not going to try, but I'm going to do what I can do, and then that's it. So get outside, people. Go for a hike. Well, it's about 10 in the morning, and it has started to rain, and the rain is early, so what's up with that? Maybe it'll be done early? I doubt it, though. I don't know. I guess that forecast was not right. It's not raining heavy enough yet for me to put on my poncho, and I guess I'm kind of hoping it's not constant rain, but we'll see. Probably won't film too much if it rains and stays wet, but maybe do a quick video at the top of Sassafras Mountain. We'll see. We have 3 miles to go to get there. Slow going, but we'll get there. Well, we're at Balancing Rock, and we're having a snack. Hello there.
No.
It's very slow going up this mountain, and so we needed an extra snack. I think I have an extra in my bag, so hopefully that'll make up for the snack that I'm having now that was meant for this afternoon. But we have another 1 point whatever to get to the top of Sassafras, and I'm hoping for a covered area up there in case it's raining and an outlet to charge stuff. But we'll see you at the top. Well, we made it to the top of Sassafras Mountain, the highest point in South Carolina. And if I stand right here, I am half in South Carolina and half in North Carolina. It's pretty cool. I'll show you a quick view. They have a weather station. It's a nice view. Even though it's drizzly, you can still see quite a bit. Looks like there's some sort of resort down there. Very nice. Well, we are on our way down off of Sassafras Mountain. It's not too steep so far, and there are gradual sections. I feel like we've earned it. Anyway, my cell phone is dead, so I'm filming this on my sister's phone, and then we're just gonna have to figure out how to get me the videos. But if you're seeing it, then apparently we did. I don't know what's going on with it. I charged it last night. Didn't charge to 100%, but I thought my battery bank ran out. And then today, the battery was just draining very quickly. So I put it, I had it in airplane mode the whole day. And then I put it in battery saver mode, and it just continued to go down, and I turned it off, and the battery was dying even while it was off. I would turn it back on, and the battery would be even lower. So, who knows what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Well, we've been walking through a bit of a green tunnel. It's very similar to the Georgia and North Carolina Appalachian Trail. It's pretty cool. So after we got to the top of Sassafras, we found a place under cover to eat lunch, and took kind of a long lunch because our legs were tired. I don't mind, we're very tired. Found some extra snacks in my bag, and so we'll have some extra snacks for the afternoon. So that's good. We're not exactly sure where we're going to stay tonight. Possibly, if we're feeling good, we're going to go to mile 71.1 to Lighthouse campsite. But there's a dry campsite, I think, before that, about a mile before that, that we might stop at if we need to. So we'll just see. It'd be nice to get further, but if our legs are dead, then we're going to stop, because we're setting ourselves up for a good day tomorrow. We should only have 6 to 7 miles to go tomorrow. Let's see. That's back the way we came. I'm not sure if you can see it, but in there, where's my finger? Oh, that is a water cistern. I guess the Boy Scouts have placed those throughout the trail. You can kind of open the top and reach down and get water if you need to, because I think the source isn't running too well. But you could get by if you needed to. All the cisterns have some sort of blue kind of reflector thing near them. All right, we'll talk to you later. There's an owl right up there in the center of the screen. He just landed in the tree above my head. I looked up and he looked down at me and then he moved away. But he didn't go far. I wish I could get a close-up of him. Yep. Don't slip on the mud. Well, we made it to camp. This is the lighthouse campsite, nestled in all of these rocks. It was a challenge to find flat spots, but I found one and Danielle found one.
Yay.
Say hello. Dinner time. But it's a pretty small area, but we're the only ones here, thankfully. Well, we did about 11.3 miles today. It was challenging getting up and over Sassafras, but it's done. And I'm glad we pushed the extra mile to stay here, because getting here it was kind of technical and over rocks, and if it's raining tomorrow we don't want to do that. So we have 5.1 miles to do tomorrow, and that's it. We're all done. It'll be good to be clean, but it'll be sad to be off trail, but we could use the rest. I'll see you in the morning.